A family divided after the death of a puppy. We were detailing a dramatic day in court in this animal cruelty case.
And it's a national issue that affects almost every walk of life, but one group, they're at the highest risk. How UNCW is working to keep its students safe in a live report coming up.
There's nothing crazy for January, but it is colder in the Carolinas this morning with 30s and 40s as compared to yesterday morning. Where we go from here in your forecast as Carolina in the Morning rolls on here at 6 a.m.
Where news comes first. This is WECT's Carolina in the Morning, streaming live on WECT.com and the WECT News app.
Well, good morning and thanks for staying with Carolina in the Morning. Today, police say they expect to charge a 15-year-old boy they say took a gun into a high school in Kentucky and killed 2 other students and hurt almost 20 others. He is in police custody. 5 of the victims are in critical condition this morning. We'll have more details on the shooting for you in 20 minutes.
Today, the parents of 12 children abused, tortured, and starved will appear before a judge as the prosecutor plans to request a protective order against the California couple. They are being held on a $12 million bond. Coming up, we're going to learn more about what happened and if the prosecutor's request is granted.
A packed house at last night's New Hanover County School Board meeting. Parents had the chance to voice their concerns on the new redistricting plan for the high schools in the county. School leaders say the high schools are overcrowded, so they want to shift about 700 students around. It's a decision the board chairman says is not easy to make. Hear from one of the concerned parents in our next half hour.
Coming up almost on 6:02, time for your first alert traffic. A live look at Shipyard and College. You can see right there very little traffic right now. As we head towards the Cape Fear River, we can tell you there are no scheduled bridge openings at this time, and your next traffic report will keep you updated coming up in about half an hour.
6:02, we'll get a first look at your first alert forecast of this half hour of Carolina in the Morning, and we'll do that with a blank. He's going to extend the forecast out to the weekend coming up.
Well, sexual assault and violence affects just about everybody, but there's one group of people at higher risk.
Studies suggest that females in college are 3 times more likely to experience sexual violence. And now UNCW stepping up to keep its students safe. Carolina in the Morning, Zach Driver is live on UNCW's campus with more on what the university is doing. Zach, it would be a mistake to say the university up to this point has done absolutely nothing, but this Me Too movement is again giving it another push in a direction that kind of raises awareness.
Yeah, that's right, Bill. UNCW does a lot of different programs to keep their students safe here on campus. They said that ongoing. But Bill and Kim, we talked about females, especially here on college campus, they're at the highest risk. And folks at UNCW say that keeping this discussion moving and talking with male students as well, that's what's really the key of kind of preventing this. And we'll hear from experts here on the UNCW campus coming up at 6:30. But I did want to point out one thing I kind of noticed this morning when I was on Twitter going through the Me Too hashtag. There's actually this kind of cool little emoji that pops up when you put in hashtag Me Too of just some fists kind of raised in the air, and that's on all the advertisements that they have for this panel discussion. So I saw that and I didn't really know what it was until I got on Twitter this morning, but definitely something that is sweeping the country by storm on social media and in person as well.
All right, very interesting, and talks that, don't wait till college, have the talks with your children now.
What's acceptable and what's not, Zach, thank you.
All right, we're following a developing story this morning where 4 people are on the run after robbing a bank and shooting at police during a chase. According to the Robertson County Sheriff's Office, the suspects robbed the PNC Bank in Lumberton yesterday, then led police on a chase and began shooting at officers. That chase went through Robeson County and into Columbus County. Fortunately, no one was injured.
A mother and daughter with very different reactions to a judge raising the bond in the case of a man accused of beating a puppy to death.
I'm going to increase the bond in this case to $100,000 secured.
Light in the court.
Light in the court.
All right, the woman clapping is Tammy Kroom, the puppy's owner. Her daughter's boyfriend, Christopher Simpson, is accused of beating Kroom's puppy, Axel, to death. The judge increased the bond after prosecutors say they thought Simpson and his girlfriend would leave the area. Simpson was led out of the courtroom in handcuffs, his girlfriend upset. Kroom wants justice for her puppy.
He came up, gave me hugs and kisses, slobbered on me, was so excited. I mean, I was so happy. And then someone that I treated just as my son goes and do this horrific thing. I'm sorry, but my puppy did not deserve this crime.
Investigators say Simpson beat the puppy after it peed on the floor. In fact, a veterinarian said it is the worst case of dog abuse they've ever seen. Back in July of 2015, now Simpson was charged with misdemeanor animal cruelty after he allegedly injured a 3-month-old kitten. On the same day, he was also charged with assaulting a female and battery of an unborn child. We know those charges were dropped.
It was good news and bad news for crime numbers in the Port City. The Wilmington Police Department released the city's crime statistics for 2017. The good news, overall crime is the lowest it's been in 30 years when factoring in our population growth. This means crimes like robbery were low. The data also reveals crime is down in the Central Business District, but homicide numbers are still up. The chief says the department is doing more to focus on gang activity and domestic violence to help lower those numbers. This morning, you can help police find a man they say took several things from Walmart. Leland Police posted these pictures on Facebook. They say the man was seen leaving the store in a red or maroon Volkswagen Passat 2 weeks ago. A witness reports a theft, saying a Pender County official stole from a home. Kyle Knight was arrested and charged with larceny last month, accused of stealing 2 azalea bushes and landscaping lights. He then resigned from his county job. Following his first arrest, Knight resigned from his position as Pender County tax appraiser, and he appeared in court for that charge yesterday.
All right, more of the president's inner circle now facing tough questions with the Russia investigation. We've got the latest details and what the next step is now to try to work out a long-term funding plan for the federal government.
And taking a live look over downtown Wilmington via our Battleship camera. You have a chance to enjoy some live music tonight. The Gillettes are performing at Ted's Fun on the River on Castle Street in Wilmington from 7 to 9. It's $3 if you want to go.